Tom, 3.5, 4 years ago, if someone had told you all this would happen, Apple, Jordan with a Kazakh fighter, do you think a lot of people in the boxing industry would have thought it's possible?
It was a lot of hard work. It was a lot of hard work. You know, the Apple Watch deal, the Jordan deal, but that all comes from what he does in the ring. Everything outside the ring comes from his performances in the ring. You know, his popularity is growing. Sold out the Forum now. It's a big statement, selling out the Forum. You know, first Madison Square Garden, now the Forum. And he's doing it because the fans just want to see him in the ring, regardless of who he fights against.
Tom, obviously.
Dante's Boxing Nation.
I love it when you say it. I love it when you say it, man. Obviously, you expected Golovkin to win, but did you expect him to win that one against Dominic?
You know, Gennady's at such a point where we always expect him to win. He's such a dominant fighter. You know, with Dominic, you can't take anything away from him. He's undefeated. Emmanuel Stewart, you can just always tell me, you don't know how good a fighter is when they're undefeated. They've never lost. You can't really measure that. They can always raise their level when they get pressed. And for Gennady to dominate an undefeated fighter like Dominic, who's mandatory in 2 rounds, that's a big statement.
Abel Sanchez, he said that it was one point where they had to sue a fighter because he wouldn't fight. You know, he was, you guys were the mandatory, or you know, basically what I'm saying is, will you guys have to take it to a legal route if Canelo Alvarez doesn't give you guys an opportunity to fight for the belt and he doesn't vacate and the WBC refuses to take the belt from him?
No, the WBC recognizes that. I mean, there's an agreement that in order for Canelo to fight Khan, there was an agreement between the WBC, K2, and Loeffler. And so it's a pretty clear mandate. It goes along with WBC rules. Gennady's been one of the most patient mandatory challengers for that WBC title. He became the mandatory October 2014 when he beat Rubio. You know, that's been almost 2 years since Sergio fought Cotto. So at this point, there's really no excuse. Either the winner of Canelo Khan fights or Gennady has to get the title. Other than that, those are the only 2 options.
So you really expect that after this fight, assuming that Canelo beats Khan, the belt basically goes into Golovkin's hands if he decides not to fight him next?
Of course, our first choice would be the fight with Canelo. I mean, that's the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. You know, when you can say that's clearly the biggest fight in the sport right now today, you know, that's there's really not too many excuses after that.
Question: how surreal it was for in Southern California for 16,000 people cheering Canelo, cheering Golovkin when he was calling out Canelo. I mean, it's supposed to be other way around.
It's actually Max Kellerman that asked him if he would fight Canelo, and you know, that's always been a clear answer for Gennady's side. That's all he's wanted to do. You know, he wanted to fight Chavez Jr. first. Now Canelo's mandated, or the WBC champion's mandated to fight Gennady. So, you know, it's not, you know, he's not. That's not his style. He provides excitement in the ring. He doesn't have to chase people. But at some point, you know, he had the line now. It's like, look, just give me my belt. If you're not going to fight me, just give me the belt, and then he can go on to the next belt. You know, last year he beat David Lemieux, who was you know, the IBF champion, a big puncher. He beat him, and then this year either the winner fights him or he'll get the WBC title. So step by step, he's accomplishing his goal. When he keeps selling out arenas like this, we expect the ratings on HBO with all the media publicity that he got about this fight. You know, Gennady's now lived in Los Angeles for over a year. To fight Dominic Wade from Washington, D.C. to sell an arena like this, it's a big statement.
So, Billy, do you think it's too big for Europe now? Because you used to fight 3 times.